Everyone wants passive income. Open YouTube, Instagram, and even X. You'll find the same story again and again. Build an app, launch it, and make money while you sleep. It almost sounds like a cheat code, but truth is beyond that. Every single day, there are thousands of apps launched, and right now it's more than ever, all because of AI. But don't you think that most of the apps quietly disappear? We don't even know whether those are successful or not. We are always shadowed among the top apps which are actually making money, whether it is Anthropic, Perplexity, or whether it is something else. But there are millions of apps which are not even making money, and at the same time, they are losing cash behind our backs. So today, I'm not going to teach you how to build any other app. We're going to talk about why building apps is not enough these days. We are living in a biggest shift of the software industry. If we understand this shift correctly, then this might be the biggest opportunity of our lifetimes. So let me tell you why I created this channel. This is not a coding channel where we learn coding, nor this is a startup advice channel where we learn about how to create your own startups. Neither this is the channel where products magically become successful. This channel is our public startup laboratory. We'll build things, then we'll launch it, then after that we'll market it. I'll share all of the numbers as transparently as possible. And in between, you can also take decisions, and that's the key catch. Because I want you to be the part of the journey so that we can make these ideas successful. In the end, we'll see everything: the wins, the failures, and the embarrassing mistakes that we made in the process. I don't think businesses are built on one single idea. You have to keep on running these experiments again and again so as to make that idea successful. Or else you have to pivot and switch to another idea in between. But we'll know about that after running these experiments only. Imagine that you're trying to open a safe that has thousands of combinations. Every wrong combination feels like a failure, but that's not the case. Every step is important. That means there's one less combination to explore. People often ask me, is AI going to replace software engineers? But that is not the correct question. The real question is, what happens if everyone is able to build something? It becomes easier to write code or build anything from scratch. But the real problem lies on value. Are we creating enough value from the thing that you are building? Are we solving any problem? Or let's consider this scenario. You're going to a marathon and there are 1,000 people over there. And suddenly one company comes in and tells you that use these shoes, and these are scientifically created. It will improve your running speed. And these shoes are provided to all of the competitors. What happens after that? Magically, everyone becomes fast, but not everyone wins the race. So that's what exactly AI has done with us. So everyone is fast these days, but not everyone is successful. And one biggest mistake the founders or even the software engineers make these days is they love building. So they fell in love with building, and but that's not what solving is. We spend weeks and months to build beautiful products, but that doesn't mean that these products will be successful. We only hear, wow, this is amazing. But when we go back to the clients, they'll say that, oh, we are not going to pay for this. This looks amazing though, but this is not something that we'll buy because we are not facing this problem. So we might end up into something like that. It's similar to like, I love the trailer, but I don't want to watch the movie. So what is the strategy? How to make it successful? So that's what we are trying to figure it out. But there are two approaches to that. One is create building products, building as many products as possible. Eventually, one might land. The second one is research it, or even sell it before building, if that is possible. If that is possible, then obviously we will have made money on day zero. And still tilted towards the second strategy because people often say that sell first, then build afterwards. But we'll see that in action. We will build quickly, we'll research, and then after that, will see for ourselves if things are successful. We are creating a consistent pattern that we can understand, so that is applicable for all of us. That's what the experiment is all. Now let's talk about something that has been bothering me is these startup gurus which are out there. They often say that I made $1 million in day one, or this AI app has changed my. There are tons of videos out there, but I don't, or even like 10% of them are true. Then good for them, but it's difficult to trust them. The second thing is that the ideas or the approaches that they had used might not be successful for you. And third thing is that they are building videos after becoming successful, right? But there's no consistent process on going to this level, uh, so that even all of us can use the same approach. So this is what we are trying to solve with this, that will experiment and will understand these patterns that actually take us to the top so that everyone can use it. And we are not going to make $1 million on day zero. We are not even going to make 100K on day zero. We're going to start with $1,000 first. Then after that, we'll go to 10K. Then after that, we'll go to 100K. And then after that, we'll go to 1 million. Because I don't think that the blueprint is present on these billion or $1 million industries. It is way early than that. It starts from zero, and then after that to the first customer, and then beyond that. That's where the real learning happens. GitHub became one of the greatest communities out there, especially in the software world, because of open source. What is open source? It's all about collaboration among unknown developers so that they can solve a particular thing. One person fixes a bug, everyone benefits. One person builds a feature, everyone learns. I want this channel to become something similar. An open source community, not for code, but for building successful products. In between, you'll find hurdles or issues that we'll have to solve it together. Now, I'm really confident because I have you guys, because on each dead end, I will have thousands of brains working with me so as to solve it. And eventually, I'll be successful. And that's for sure. That's for sure because I'm really confident on this project, on this experiment. And that will give you the blueprint of being successful. So that's from me. Let's keep on working.